Up. Give it up for the smartest man in the universe himself. He's piecing together the puzzle so we don't have to. Give it up for Jake Holmes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's you, Jake.
Just kidding, it's Davis. Yeah, let's go, Davis! Woo!
Yeah, Davis! Yeah, Davis! Take off your
Someone trying to steal
flannel!
my thunder? Yeah, that was unplanned. Alright.
What's up, guys?
Woo!
That was weird. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. Man, speaking of accidents, there was a huge one on Broadway and Central not too long ago. I don't know if you know about this. There was a huge accident. There was a man who was crossing the street, and he got hit by an SUV so hard he was thrown into oncoming traffic and hit with a second car and died. Now, when you hear a story like that, a couple questions come up, like, you think he'd learn the first time not to get hit by a car. You get hit once and you get hit one more time, maybe you deserved it. Which brings up the next point, what did he do? Why was that the way he died? How many gigabytes of child porn were on that computer? Who deserves a death like that? Think about it. And another question is, I should get the new Escalade, because that thing was not damaged at all after it hit him. It threw him into other traffic. It was completely fine. They drove away that day. You ever lick your arm and rub it to remember what sex smells like? Just me. All right, fair. It's been a big year. A lot of things have happened. A lot of poor things, a lot of good things. We lost Prince. We lost Bowie. We lost probably America as a whole, but yeah, that was weak. I know. It's okay. Anyway, so I like to think back about some of the good things that happened this past year, so 2016, and this past year I lost my virginity. Very cool. It was a great little experience. It's got to happen sometime. Everybody gets one. And one of the things I remember, in the moment it was awesome. I was losing my virginity. It was awesome in the moment. But then in hindsight, I really could have done better. I probably could have done better than the one I picked up, because it was a Tinder date. It was a random Tinder date. I was talking to this girl. She had a couple of pictures that were pretty decent. She was decent in some pictures. Some looked like a completely different person. But I wasn't thinking about that, because as soon as she talked to me one day, and she's like, "Hey, when are you gonna invite me over?" And without thinking, I'm just like, "Yeah, come over right now." So she's like, "All right, I'm on my way." And she comes over. She says, "I'm downstairs. Come pick me up. Take me upstairs." And so I walk downstairs, go outside, and I see her walking towards me. First thing I notice, little chubby, like a little weight on her. I don't discriminate. Whatever, it's cool. I can handle a little weight. Gets a little closer. Notice a blue streak in the hair, which is, an instant sign of, emotional instability. If anyone knows that. And she gets a little closer, and I'm looking at her face to face now, trying to look at her in her eyes, but one has drifted away at this point because she had a lazy eye. She also had a lazy eye. So at this point, I'm like, I'm not getting laid tonight. I'm not gonna touch one hair on this girl's head. And so I'm like, whatever, Davis, just calm down. She'll be in here 3 hours tops. You watch a movie, whatever. She'll be in, she'll be out. And 3 hours later, she's still there, watching me with an intent of a lion. When it's about to eat someone. She had that kind of look in her eye every time I look at her. I'm just giving her every hint, I'm not interested. It's a little tired out. It's a little tired out right now. Just the whole air is tired. Everyone needs to go to sleep. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm pretty tired too. Shit. What's in your room?" And then she just walks into my room, and I go and following her, and she climbs up on the bed slowly, She was chubby. That's the. And she gets on top of the bed. It's a lofted bed. Gets on top of it. And at this point, I'm like, well, I guess I gotta fuck this girl now. This is my responsibility. She's in my bed. There's nothing else I could do. And so I did. Full of regret. I did it. And then I did it for the next couple weeks. And I just kept doing it. Until one day she just comes up to me. She doesn't come up to me. She texts me. Who comes up to anyone anymore and just in public and talks to people? Anyway, she texts me and she's like, Davis, I'm tired of you using me. I'm tired of you using my body and you know, I want us to be a real relationship. I want you to make this official. And I just said, you know what? I think we need to see other people. Because I know you already have. Maybe you're looking at a tree. Maybe you're looking at that car that was passing by. I think you were looking at other people too. And that was the end of that, because you know, fat girls don't deserve love. It's basically the moral of that story. Well, I think that was a light. Maybe that was just the fire I made for you guys. But that was it. Thank you for your time.